Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. And out route, and he's got the connection to Walker. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Slot man moves right. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
2nd and 6. Eluding the and a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Moore, the man in motion. They go play action here on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
43 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Flushed out right. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. He's going to take another shot here. And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. 20! And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. And he'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll set up to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or he keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Taken at the goal line. And he is going to be tackled at the 1-yard line. What a mess that was.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Third quarter begins with a run by Walker. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
He's striking.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. From the gun, it's Walker, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. 2nd and 5. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Quay Walker able to record his 5th sack of the season. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. He'll drop to throw. Rolling to his right. And this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets will take over possession here up at the 44. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Throw right side, Wilson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Here's Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. Throwing is Wilson. And now here is another interception. And the Dolphins will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Jermaine Johnson in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Up the middle, here's Walker. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Yeah, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
2nd and 2. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
They'll try for the first with Walker, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Yellow, 43. Grill green.
Moore, the man in motion.
Ready.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And he will have a Dolphins first down as this defense, boy, a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on 4th down. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says. It's been a fun game for him so far, but I think he tried to do just a little too much that time. Give the defense a rare win on that snap.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Got a man, it's Johnson, end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he tries to get as much as he can here. Wow. Protecting the football as he dives to the ground. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this. And my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at the 20. After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And now here is another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit.
And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight. He's got a man complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Keon Crosser. And the Dolphins will take over here just shy of the 30. CD, this defense, I mean, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Here we go. Here we go. 10 black.
Watch the screen. Pass. Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike.
Blue striker.
It's just me and you.
Ready, go.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to try and go deep again. And now here's another interception. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 16. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Point after, right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's starting to look like that 3-game losing streak is going to be a thing of the past here. Coming up 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. He's going to float this one deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let him go out there with a little bit more confidence.
On play action, they'll throw. Pass incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to air one out.
And, boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
58 yards rushing for him now to this point.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
A give for Walker running right.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Try to lay one up deep. And this is caught. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Jalen Waddle.
49 yards.
And the Dolphins up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Ritter will throw for it.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for...
And now here is another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Dolphins, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will be at home for one next week against the Las Vegas Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8.
Coach, put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look at my legacy, I gotta let them see I'm out here winning, cause I'm on a mission. Put me in the game, cause the way I'm feeling, I honestly do not see no competition. I gotta get it, so it ain't no quitting. We jumped off the benches and jumped in the trenches. No one is better than all of us, and that's why all of us been winning from the beginning. It's more than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goals, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey coach, put me in the game.